It's vitally important that you set aside enough time each and every week to interact with your classmates and the course material. I expect students to spend between 9 and 12 hours each week on their work for this course. That includes being regularly present within our Canvas space, so it's important that you log in to Canvas at least 4 times a week, and preferably you're logging in every single day. Secondly, you should understand the prerequisites for this class before you get going into the first modules. As listed at the time you registered for the class, you have to complete English Composition 1 successfully in order to enroll in English Composition 2. In addition to that prerequisite, I expect students entering English Comp 2 to be competent with basic sentence structure, grammar, usage, mechanics, and punctuation, as well as having previous knowledge of different forms and genres of writing. That's not to say that you have to know everything about all rules of language and the forms of writing, but you should be competent in writing clearly for a variety of audiences. And because this is an online learning class, it's important that you possess basic technical skills. This would include things like knowing your operating system on your computer, understanding how to navigate within your actual computer system, knowing how to utilize word processing applications. So if you're working in Microsoft Word, knowing the basic components of that. If you're utilizing a program like Google Docs, knowing how to move throughout that word processing application, because you'll use the word processing applications regularly in turning in assignments in this course. You should also know how to save a file with different extensions. For instance, turning a Pages file into a docx extension, or converting that into a PDF file. You should as well know how to attach and upload files. You will need to know how to use the copy and paste functions or shortcuts on your computer. You should know how to navigate in more than one browser, as well as how to navigate in tabbed browsing, or using multiple windows for your internet browsers. And finally, you should know how to access and use your CMC email account. There are resources online through the CMC website to help you with that, but that's your responsibility to make sure you understand how to get into your CMail account, how to forward messages if you're using a separate account as your primary account. And probably most importantly, you should be open-minded and ready to learn. The third piece of information you should know before we get started is how the course is going to be organized. And we will utilize a module structure for this class. The class is not self-paced, meaning you can't just go in and move through all of the modules. The modules will be locked, and you'll move through the modules in the sequence in which they're presented and as they're unlocked. Within each module, you're going to find several assignments, and deadlines will be staggered throughout each module. So in other words, there are instances where assignments are due before the end of a module. Due dates are always going to appear within modules as well as on the syllabus page, and you'll be able to see what's due and important course dates by going to our course calendar as well. In most instances, the assignments within our module will build on previous work within the module or from previous modules. I've carefully designed and organized content in each module so that it appears in the most logical sequence. So you should always move through modules and items within a module in the order in which they're presented. And I can't emphasize that enough. When you do access course content by clicking on other links within our course navigation, for instance, by going directly to assignments or discussions from the course navigation menu, you'll end up missing out on important content. So you can see as this screen shows you that there's an instruction about reading sections from the textbook, and then you'll complete an assignment. If you don't go to modules and you just go right to the assignment, you'll miss out on that important information about assigned reading. And finally, I hope you know that you can ask for help at any point. Any question is a good question, so please ask questions as they arise. While in an online class, sometimes people can feel a little isolated and alone. All you have to do is send me a note, and I'm happy to help in any way that I can.